You know, I could not go to sleep. I needed to make this episode of the podcast. I already had an episode in the books already, and it was going to be up this morning. But after watching that game, the Thursday night game, it just was on my mind about not just with Tua, but just player safety in general. And this episode, I'm going to talk about what my thoughts and opinions about what happened with Tua Tagovailoa and with the Miami Dolphins, what they did or didn't do, or whatever the case may be. I don't want to speculate. I don't want to cast aspersions, but this just isn't right. It's not right. We're going to get into all of that and just follow just wherever this conversation goes. I just don't know. Sorry that this episode is going to be a little bit different than what I normally do. This is the First and Frame Rate show. I am VF Baller. I mostly talk about Georgia Southern Atlanta Falcons football, but today is going to be a little bit different. Today is a little bit of time of reflection. Right now, I live in the state of South Carolina, and we have the tropical storm Ian. He may be a hurricane right now as I speak. I don't know, but he's going to be coming over the state of South Carolina. So it gives me and my family a chance to really reflect on some things as we, hunker down and not try to get flooded out or anything like that. Hopefully that doesn't happen. But while I sit here and I watch this football game and what happened to this quarterback, it just adds more of, humility on life. This kid did not deserve what happened to him as far as what the Dolphins, the training staff, the medical staff, I don't know what they did or didn't do, but something isn't right about this. Something is not right about this. And this goes back further than what happened in last week or whatever the case may be, when he suffered a back injury, which we clearly see it was possibly a head injury. It goes back further than that. Even from his rookie season, I don't think that the Dolphins really believed in Tua. They didn't believe in him. They had other quarterbacks try to take his place. I think Fitzpatrick was there. They was trying to get him to play until they get someone else. There was even reports that Tom Brady was supposed to come to the Dolphins. They never really had any desire to really hold on to this kid. And I'm not saying that that's all as a part of what happened, this past game against the Bengals, but it's just too much stuff going on there to the point where they really failed, and I think in some cases probably sabotaged this man's career and probably a part of his life, because you don't know what the long lasting effects are of him having these type of injuries, especially head injuries. It's really, really disheartening to see something like this allegedly or possibly be an issue from an NFL team. Now, there's already been some type of investigation on what's happened here. There's always been there. I mean, there's also been other situations where they said that he was cleared at the same time. I'm not a doctor. I don't know anything of anything under that umbrella, anything of that nature. But I don't think he was. It doesn't look like he was cleared to play. And what happened with the second injury, where he was having neurological situations with his fingers, that to me personally, I'm not a doctor. I don't know, but that would cause for me to think that had something to do with the first injury that he had last week, against the Bills. It's just something that's just not right about this. The Miami Dolphins should be held liable. They should be held accountable for what happened in this situation, because this kid did not deserve it. Somebody should have sat him down. Somebody should have had, some type of common sense to say, hey, look, he can't play for the next couple of games. They said they had an independent person come in. You know what? I don't even care. Whoever that independent person came in to evaluate him, they need to be fired. They need to be stripped of their medical license or whatever the case may be that needs to be done, because they have no business dealing with no players, especially football players. And it kind of hurts the game because now the NFL is going to be looking in a bad light. And you know what? I'm going to be honest with you guys. There may be a time where this sport may not be around as long as we think it is. It's the most popular sport in the country, no doubt. But this stuff like this, if this continue to happen, or they find out some things that are worse than what we thought it was, you also have like other players that be going through this type of stuff. This stuff continues to get bigger and bigger. And I'm not talking about bigger like on the political side. I'm talking about like results. Like when you start seeing stuff like this could be a really big problem for the NFL. And it's just going to trickle down. College is going to follow suit. High school going to follow. Before you know it, the sport that we know and love will be pretty much, non-existent. And that's something this is what I've been thinking about, because I love football. I am a big football fan, and I want football to be around forever and ever and ever. But we have stuff like this goes on, and it just seems like it was an organizational situation, not one situation where a doctor messed up or he misdiagnosed, or you got the wrong the wrong medicine or whatever. When you have stuff that goes on like that, it's just gonna be a problem where a lot of people just gonna be clamoring for the NFL to fall off. And so the NFL's gonna have to do something. They're really gonna have to do something about this. I just really wanted to get that off my mind, and I really wanted to talk about this because the NFL's gonna have to do better. They're gonna have to do better. That's basically what it is. They're just gonna have to do better, because I don't know. And then on top of that, he goes to the hospital and he's released to travel back with the team. That don't even sound right. Something is really going on here. I don't know what it is, but something isn't right. I want to apologize to you guys because I had an Atlanta Falcons episode to put up. Maybe I'll put it up, the following episode after this. I don't know. But this right here really, this one here really bothered me a little bit. I couldn't just, fall back and get some rest and go to sleep without watching, because I watched this in real time as it happened. I never seen nobody like that being in that state after being tackled. I've never seen that before. Now I've seen like where, some spinal damage was happening and some people was not able to move. That's different than somebody who's actually moving and their hands are contorted a certain way where it was clearly like people saying that's a neurological, I think I said that right, reaction. So I never seen nothing like that, and I just hope and pray that Tua gets better. I hope he be fine, and I wouldn't, to be honest with you, I wouldn't want to see him on the football field for the next 3 weeks, like maybe a month. Seriously, that what I saw like it's gonna be some form of therapy or whatever the case may be for him to bounce back. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a doctor. I don't know, but when you see stuff like this, it makes you think like, wow, that's crazy. Like, how could this happen? How could an organization let somebody go back in a game when they look like they were done for as far as being, in control of their extremities, can't stand up straight, grabbing your head, all this other stuff. They put them back in the game. Yeah, they won, but you turn around and you have to play again on a short schedule. At the end of the day, somebody needs to be held accountable for this. Somebody does. I just don't see where this just gets swept under the rug and the Miami Dolphins just gonna, play football as usual. Nah, I don't see that. I see some, investigators coming in, asking questions. Everybody's going to be asked. If you ain't answering the right question the right way, you might be locked up somewhere because of the strike. You just don't know. It could get really ugly in this situation, and I'm going to be here to watch it and talk about it whatever the case may be. And I just hope the kid's okay. I mean, you have to understand, He's only 24 years old. We got some college kids that are out there that are his age or older. So we really need to figure out, you know, they need to figure out what they're going to do, because this is pretty bad. I don't have anything else to say about that. If you like this commentary, you know what? Don't worry about liking and sharing and subscribing. Not this one. This one is just. I just hope you guys enjoyed this episode. This is episode 446. Prayers up for Tua, man, because that just didn't look too good. And on top of that, he's going back with the team. After just being in the hospital for a few moments, basically, for an injury like that. Something just don't sit right with that with me as well, but I'll talk about that another time. I'm going to get out of here. Hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your Friday. If you're in the South Carolina, North Carolina area, be safe and stay dry. That's what I'm going to be doing. And y'all take it easy. Y'all be blessed. Peace.